Greetings from the Kingdom of Cambodia and welcome to our broadcast. Join us as we take a closer look at what's happening in Cambodia. We'll begin with a special segment dedicated to positive developments across the country. After that, we'll set the record straight on some recent reports before diving into important stories that are shaping the nation. Good evening. Tonight we move beyond the headlines to examine the most critical threat to regional stability. Thailand's continued aggression and its political consideration of destroying the very framework of peace that prevents war on our border, the MOU 2000. Cambodia seeks only to retain what belongs to us and to uphold the precious peace that is born out of our painful history. But we must be clear. Thailand's aggression is rooted in a fundamental desire for expansion, and we'll expose the illogical nature of their latest threats. I want to begin with the facts over the last several days, which again prove Cambodia's restraint against active hostility. On Saturday, September 27th, Thai forces committed a direct military strike against Cambodian forces. Our Ministry of National Defense spokeswoman, Lieutenant General Male Sochita, confirmed that the Thai military used firearms and mortar shells against Cambodian positions in the Anseh area of Preah province. Despite coming under fire, Cambodian armed forces acted with maximum restraint and did not retaliate. This discipline underscores Cambodia's unwavering commitment to the ceasefire, and we don't want to prevent a wider conflict. Immediately, Thailand launched a disinformation campaign claiming that Cambodian forces provoked the attack. And this lie has been absolutely refuted with absolute evidence. Of course, first of all, the Ministry of National Defense consistently has denied initiating any of these provocations, but when there were similar claims on September 25th regarding gunfire, Cambodian forces confirmed that the shots were heard originating entirely from the Thai side. And the reliance on these fabrications confirms that Thailand is operating outside the law. Of course, I mentioned the other night about the so-called video that the Thai news media spread, claiming this was evidence that Cambodian forces initiated it. It was a video of Cambodian soldiers where you could hear mortar fire in the background. But if you listen to the soldiers' voices, what they were saying was, we're under attack, there's bullets flying over our head. Who initiated this? And again, to reiterate, Cambodian forces showed utmost restraint by not firing back. But now, the existential threat now facing peace is Thailand's consideration of holding a national referendum to revoke the MOU 2000. Listen carefully. This threat is illogical, illegal, and it only serves Thailand's goal of imperialistic Caesar. This is what the MOU 2000 actually states. Most people are unaware of the critical role of this document. The MOU 2000, standing for the year 2000, is not just a boundary treaty. It is a legal mechanism on how to set the boundary. Out of that, there was a JBC, Joint Boundary Commission, created. And the MOU establishes that the JBC, the Joint Boundary Commission, is the only legitimate forum for resolving border disputes. It's a forum for resolving border disputes. Not resorting to arms, not F-16s dropping bombs in Cambodian sovereign territory. No, back to the Joint Boundary Commission. And it forces both sides to use dialogue. The basis of the law, Article 1 of MOU 2000, explicitly affirms the Franco-Siamese treaties of 1904 and 1907 and the maps derived from them shall serve as the basis for demarcation. This is a key legal vulnerability that Thailand wants to destroy. This MOU, which both countries are signees on this MOU, says that the Joint Boundary Commission is the only legitimate forum for, and it will be used for dialogue, and that for border demarcation, we must only use the 1904 and 1907 Franco-Siamese treaties. Now Thailand is saying that they will have a referendum to cancel this MOU, unilaterally cancel this MOU. In addition, crucially, the MOU explicitly requires both parties to maintain the status quo. Maintain the status quo until the demarcation process. Meaning, where there's disputed areas, neither side try to take them over, jointly manage them until everything has been resolved, until the demarcation process, which is a 5-stage technical process involving LiDAR technology and terrain inspection, is fully completed and ratified. Listen carefully. There is no logical, legal, or peaceful reason for Thailand to cancel this MOU. The Cambodian Ministry of Justice has stated that the MOU is an internationally binding treaty that cannot legally be revoked unilaterally. If Thailand does cancel it, it risks a diplomatic crisis that would immediately validate Cambodia's case to return to the ICJ, the International Court of Justice. And that's precisely what Thailand fears most. Canceling the MOU would destroy over 2 decades of technical progress, including the identification of key boundary markers. It would force both nations to return to the same starting point, but without a framework to control military conduct. This is such a dangerous move on behalf of Thailand. Listen carefully, the only logical reason for Thailand to discard the MOU is to remove the restraint on their military. By dissolving the JBC's legal authority, Thailand would clear the way to pursue its claims not through negotiation, but through military occupation and illegal application of its domestic laws, such as the 30-day eviction ultimatum against our citizens, which they gave. As we talked about this earlier, the 30-day eviction threat from Thailand, where they're threatening to remove Cambodians from what they say are disputed areas, is in direct contradiction to the MOU 2000. The MOU 2000 says that the provincial government does not have the authority to enforce its domestic laws on undemarcated land, particularly where the MOU 2000 and JBC minutes explicitly mandate maintaining the status quo. This is a direct localized challenge to Thailand's imperialistic overreach. So, once again, here in Cambodia, we demand the immediate and unconditional release of the 18 Cambodian soldiers that have unlawfully been detained for over 50 days. We demand that Thailand drop the threat of the referendum, cease all military construction, and immediately engage constructively with the JBC, the Joint Boundary Commission. Release the hostages, respect the JBC, and end the aggression. We call on the world to recognize this historical pattern of aggression by our neighbors. And please note, Cambodia's commitment to peace will not be broken by force, and we will not cease our pursuit of international justice. And that's our look at Cambodia. We hope you're better informed on the latest positive developments, clarifications, and notable news items. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.